How would you like to be able to read other people's minds? Well, the next best thing is here. When you know how to read a person's name, you know how the person thinks, feels, and behaves. Each letter in our name holds a key to unlock our true essence. Our name contains both our gifts and challenges in this lifetime. Mnemology science discovers personality secrets hidden in the placement of the letters of our names, including the first and last impression people remember about us. Sharon shows us how to interpret the arrangement of letters as outlined in her book, Know the Name, Know the Person. Sharon Lynn Wyeth created mnemology science after 18 years of research and testing her theories, and has supported thousands of people around the world in understanding themselves and others better. You'll enjoy Sharon's unique teachings as she shares her system to learn the gifts behind your given birth name. Even if you don't like your birth name, there are jewels in this book. If you're thinking of changing your name, ready to name your child, or wanting to get along better with others, this is the book for you. If you'd like to improve your relationships and change your life for the better, get the book today, Know the Name, Know the Person, or visit www.knowthename.com. That's www.knowthename.com. If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide.
Welcome to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We're so happy that you could join us today. We've got a really fun show lined up for you today. We've got a really fun guest as well. Holly Porter is going to be on with us a little bit later. Cindy, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for bringing Holly with you.
Well, I know that you love Holly as much as I do. She's just not only a really smart gal doing a lot of exciting things in her business, but she's also really fun. So we are going to have a really great show today.
She's a great person. She's somebody that I look up to, who has had tons of great accomplishments, who's not only done really good work in her business, but does great work outside of her business with her life, and is always positive, always making a difference. And it's really, really cool. So we're going to hear a lot more from her about some events that she hosts, as well as some of her new programs that she's got available for you to participate in.
Yes, can't wait, because, she just got back from a huge speaking event in London, and I hope she'll take a minute to share a little bit about that too.
Yes, absolutely. Cindy, let's talk a little bit about travel for just a moment. I know that you love to travel. What places do you really enjoy?
Well, I have a couple favorites, of course. Sedona, Arizona, and the Oregon coast are two favorites here in our country. And of course, anywhere in the Caribbean is on my list.
Seriously, I have to agree with that.
Anyone who has the captain close by.
I think you can get that pretty much anywhere these days.
With a little umbrella.
You know what? That's really funny. I'm kind of laughing because sometimes whenever I hear travel, I think of just uncomfortable plane rides. But the idea of going someplace that's warm and sunny without being sweltering, enjoying some nice ocean water would be amazing right now. It just sounds incredible.
Feet in the sand and a little umbrella, and I'm there.
Wow. Yeah, that does sound incredible. It may be time for that.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, and travel is one of those things that, after you get to the destination, often you can really have a chance to rejuvenate. And we like to talk about how important that is, especially if you're in business. You do need to rejuvenate. You do need to take some of the pressure off of yourself. And I know that our previous show, we had Meredith Allen Gordon on, who was helping people with their businesses and doing some really great work and showing them some of the ways that they can save time and save effort by utilizing technology and utilizing other people's assistance to get all those tasks done that you have for your business. And, it's just really important. And it's something that's often overlooked. And I've been overlooking it myself, but I think it's time. Time for
Yes, you
vacation.
have.
And I know you've got a vacation coming up, which is awesome.
Yes, so here's a tip for our listeners today. All you guys out there who need a break like Thomas and I do, here's what I do when I can't get to the Caribbean or my other two favorite spots is I take a mental vacation. And if you were listening into the last show and you heard I was managing 200 people at one time in one location, this is when I figured out how to do a mental vacation because they would always track me down.
Yeah, seriously.
So all you do is find a quiet place, and sometimes you have to be creative when you have a lot of people around, but find a nice quiet place where you can close your eyes and have a couple minutes to yourself, and you just in your mind go to one of your favorite places. And of course, you got to know mine involves the tropics with some sand or the Oregon coast with some sand in the Pacific. And you close your eyes and you envision yourself there. And one of my very special places is called Treasure Island, excuse me, in the Caribbean. And it's only a little bitty baby island that's like a half a mile by a quarter mile. And they have one hammock and one little hut with a bar. And so you go lay in the hammock. I'd swing with one foot in the sand, and I could hear the ocean, and I could feel the breeze and the hot sun on my cheeks. And you know what? I'm there right now.
Well, Cindy, I closed my eyes and was doing the same thing. And oddly enough, I ended up on the Imagine More Success radio show. So I don't know what I did or if I just love doing this so much that that's what happened. But
Okay, Thomas. So
that's what
after the
happened.
show, we're going to work
Yeah,
on visualization for
we're
you.
absolutely.
Or
What's funny?
maybe I'll introduce you to the captain. That might help too.
Yeah, and if you're listening, take a moment and just imagine the place that you love to vacation, where you love to be, because I feel like almost everyone has that place where they just feel relaxed and feel amazing. It's funny you say the Oregon coast, because there's this amazing town that I want to give a shout out to called Cape Mares, where there's a lighthouse, and it's I believe it's south of Tillamook on the coast in Oregon, and being at the area where the lighthouse was so just beautiful. It's on this big, huge cliff that sticks out from the rest of the land, and so you're off on like a little tiny peninsula with the lighthouse at the end, and there's some benches there, and it's just wooded. And when I was there the last time, it was in December, and the wind was blowing, and it was just cool. It wasn't freezing cold, oddly enough. It just felt amazing, and all I could hear was the sound of the waves, the sound of the breeze, and the sound of some chipmunks playing, and it was incredibly beautiful. And you want to talk about taking a mental vacation? Whenever I can just think about that place just for a moment, it just takes me right back to feeling calm and relaxed and having an amazing afternoon.
See, that's the secret. You just have to find the place that moves you. And when you visualize it, you're there.
Yeah.
And I've actually been there, Thomas. It's about, I'd say, 2 hours north of where I like to go visit.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever been that far south, so
Oh my gosh, are
check
you
it out.
missing out? We'll have to talk after the show. There's so many,
Absolutely.
there's so many great places from there down. In fact, the solar eclipse was there last year. Do you remember that one, the big
Yeah,
one?
yeah, you went to see that, didn't you?
I did. Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah,
Amazing.
very
Absolutely
cool.
amazing. That's about an hour, hour and a half south of where you are.
Well, something that we talk about is the idea of, kind of finding that kind of place of vacation within yourself. And if you feel like that's something you can't take the time to do or can't find the resources to do it, it's kind of a shift in mindset towards having more prosperity in your life, giving yourself more time to do things that you enjoy, finding more time to take care of yourself. And in our next segment, we're going to have Holly Porter on, who's going to be talking about just that. Her topic today is closing the gap to prosperity. She has done some really great things. She's written some really wonderful books, including a book called A Shoe-In for Money Success, which is something that I actually had a chance to utilize at her last live event here in Las Vegas. And I would definitely recommend, if she has a live event, that you want to check it out, because not only do you get valuable content, information, and time to grow on your own, but you are surrounded by really fascinating, incredible people.
Well, I love Holly because she's so creative and she's actually done so many different things and learned so many different ways of helping people that she is just amazing. And if you question that, just connect with her and check out some of the things that she's doing or can do, and you too will be amazed. I can't wait to get her on the show.
You know, the other thing that really kind of cracks me up is that it seems that we keep having people on the show who have endless energy. I am not one of those people, but Cindy is, and so is Holly today. So when you hear some of the stories, you're going to kind of laugh, because the amount of output that they have is just amazing and spectacular.
Well, but you're a distance person, Thomas. When you take on a task, you do it well and high quality, and you do it over time, and you get it done really well. So we need all kinds of people in this life.
Well, hopefully I can increase my energy to get to a tenth of what yours is, because boy, that would make my life so much easier.
Well, see, I just have to help you learn how to type faster on the computer, and that's one of my secrets.
Yes, very much so. Well, let's talk a little bit about prosperity. So literally, what does prosperity mean to you? What does a prosperous life look like in your life, and how quickly can you get there? And how much can you enjoy the process of getting there? Just like success, we've talked about in a previous show, prosperity is one of those concepts, or one of those ideas, which has a different definition for everyone. It's very, very individual. Cindy, in your own life, tell me what prosperity means to you.
Well, when I think about prosperity, I think about friends. And I know most people go immediately to money when they think prosperity, money. But when you have a network of people in your life that you really love and trust and spend time with, I feel like I have so much prosperity in that arena, that I have such really, really good friends in my life. And you can't put a dollar value on that.
Yeah, prosperity, you know, especially on certain days when life throws a curveball at you, it takes on a whole different meaning. And I completely agree. That idea of being with the people that you really care about and you really love, and having a chance to spend time with them, can make you feel like the richest person in the world. And it's such an amazing gift. And yeah, it's almost overwhelming even to think about, because it's so hard sometimes to find the time when you're so super busy, or people are on different schedules, different time zones, different countries. Yeah, it's really tough, but finding that in your life, and letting that be a part of your success, can just be life altering.
Well, and just think, when you talk to someone that you haven't talked to for a while, that's a really special person in your life, and your whole being just lights up. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know any amount of money that can do that for someone, but to me, that's really special. And I mean, we all make money every day, um, and we have to, keep the bills paid. But there are other things in life that you can't put a price on. But Holly's going to talk to us about a couple of those different things.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout out to my nephews, Brent and Earl. I got a chance to talk to them today. Thanks, guys. Great catching up with you. It means a lot. So, guys, do stick around. We're going to be back in just a moment or two with Holly Porter. She's going to tell us how to close the gap to prosperity on the Imagine More Success radio show. How would your life change if you could develop the business and personal skills that you need in order to make more money? Do you want to learn how to achieve your big life goals faster? Then go to findhiddenmoney.com and get the Goal for It online course. The course teaches you how you can set and achieve your biggest goals while completely overcoming the roadblocks to your goals so that you can realize your dreams and imagine more success. Go to findhiddenmoney.com.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hides' life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
You're back on the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We're so happy to have Holly Porter on with us today. She's an international speaker, author, wife, mother, and I don't believe this, but she claims she's a grandmother as well. She has 8 grandchildren, 3 more on the way. She's written 12 books, including 8 #1 bestsellers, and she's the host of Prosperity Profilers podcast, a really fantastic show. She's here to tell us a little bit how you can learn how to become recession resistant, which is really important because God only knows when the next one's on the way. Holly, welcome to the show.
Hi. So happy to be here.
Holly Porter, hey girl.
Hi. Hey, how are you, Cindy?
Doing great. We're thrilled to have you on the show today in between all of your travel. Oh my goodness, girl.
Holly, you spent
It's
some
my
time.
honor. I'm so excited to hang out.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you have been traveling quite a lot, and we're going to hear more about that. I just want to commend you on the live events that you've put on here in Las Vegas. Like I said in the previous segment, not only were they full of very valuable content, and I saw a lot of growth and experience growth by being there as well, but the quality of the people that you had there was literally mind-boggling. There were so many wonderful people to meet, to network with, and to find as future friends and partners and business partners and associates. It was really incredible, and that says a lot about you.
Oh, thank you. That was my goal, so I guess I hit it.
Mate, you nailed it. Absolutely.
Well, and besides all that good stuff, Holly, you always have a way of making things fun, which is something that I really enjoy because when you enjoy your work, you need to make it fun, right?
That's so true. That's my motto. If it's not fun, I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
That's pretty awesome. Holly, tell us a little bit just about the next event that you have coming up.
Oh, I'd love to. November 1st and 2nd of this year, and it's in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's called Prosperity Always. I'm shifting a little bit of the way I'm doing it this time. I'm bringing more speakers that want visibility. I'm creating them sizzle reels so they can come, and I do my 8 means to close the gap to prosperity, and so I'll weave in what their subjects are within those because they'll fit because it comes full circle every time.
Cool.
And so that's kind of the gist of it.
Well, listen, as if anyone needs another reason to come to Las Vegas, if you can find the time in your schedule to do it, I would highly recommend going to Holly's event. Like I said, absolutely incredible, great positive vibes, tons of learning, tons of networking, great people, and just a really wonderful experience. Holly, thank you again. I want to take a moment to ask you a little bit about what you're doing for entrepreneurs and business owners right now.
Oh, wow. Really, really teaching a lot about recession resistance. It's like the four-letter word people don't want to hear, and it's not even a four-letter word, so they just need to hear it. There's If we wait until it happens, then what? I always say, don't put your eggs all in one basket. You'll end up scrambled. Who wants to be scrambled when it happens? And hopefully, I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm not wanting to make them again. And I would hope that others wouldn't want to either. So, really set yourself up for success now, because we're way overdue for a recession. And so when we talk about it, it's like, don't have a deaf ear to it. Really listen in and figure out what you can learn to change, what happened before. Hopefully the government's learning, and hopefully we're learning.
And don't you feel that the secret to that is multiple streams of income, Holly?
Oh yeah, that's my secret sauce. I mean, it's not a secret.
Yes.
But it's a necessity anymore. It's not even a thought. It's like what I share with people is, we talk about having your cash cow. That's fine. But when a recession hits, are you recession resistant in your cash cow? And statistics will show you if you are or not. Go back and do some research. And if you're not, get a multiple stream, another passive income, hopefully, that will sustain you. And maybe they flip flop. Maybe your cash cow now becomes your passive income. And that's okay. Like, be open to whatever works, but have a backup plan. You don't have to have, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, but I will say the average millionaire has at least 7. So whatever.
Yeah, I actually talked to a guy recently who is going to be on the show a little bit later this year, who is extraordinarily successful in his business. And I said something about his business, and he looked at me and said, "Well, which one?" And I said, "Well, how many do you have?" And he said, "I have 7 businesses." And I don't think it's any coincidence that, that he has businesses in 7 different categories, all of them successful. And it just boggles my mind that's really almost what's necessary to guarantee a high level of monetary success these days.
Well, and it's really team. Be smart and hire the right team, because it doesn't mean he's running all 7 of those. He could just be
Right.
seeing all of them. Maybe he just looks at the financial reports and looks at his bank account every day. Who knows? That might be his job.
Holly, he goes to the bank every day.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that too. Well, I don't know. I'd streamline that too. Everything can be done online anymore.
Yes, that's true.
That's hilarious.
You could be on the beach you were just talking about, enjoying yourself while everything's going to the bank for you.
Yeah, I hear the Cayman Island has some good banking too, by the way.
Yeah, you can get a good vacation in a decent bank while you're there.
Hey, what I love that you both said earlier was that, prosperity means so much more than money. I mean, you can be prosperous in love and luck, time, joy, hope. There's so many other things. It doesn't always have to be about money. And when we lead with money, that's when we probably are more in lack than when we lead with service.
Exactly. And you know what, Holly? One of the things you always do at your events that I've noticed is you always foster that idea that it's about fellowship and community. And I really love that about your events.
Thank you. Yeah, and you've been to the last 2 that we had of prosperity. So I thank you. Actually, I think, Thomas, you've been to both too for a little bit. Right?
Yeah, they were awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I love presenting to your group because they are, just like Thomas was saying, such a high quality of people that they really appreciate what you deliver in your events. And not everybody does, but they're the kind of people who take to that kind of a thing.
Thank you. What I've loved most that I've seen that has come since then is watching on social media, the support and the love and the connections and the collaborations that's happening because they met at the event. Like that makes my heart happier than anything, is to see they wouldn't have known each other if they wouldn't have met there. That's how I've met at my event. I've had both times. I've had people stand up that met me in an event. It's 98% of the room, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a big deal. Like, we need to still have human connection with people. It's great that we can get on a Zoom call and talk to people across the world, but like, I think people need to make more effort. Event attendance has gone way, way down. I mean, when people, I had 50 something at the first and the second event, total people that came, and it was like, people were like, wow, how'd you get that many there? And it's a struggle to get events filled right now. Like, people that are doing them all the time are struggling with it. And I just think we need to encourage people to go and have those eyeball to eyeball conversations with people. It's more real.
Well, here's the other thing we were talking about that they can find at your event, which is finding your A team. You always have vendor tables so that people can share their wares and look around for people that they connect with and they can utilize in their own businesses. I love that.
Yeah, and I think the secret is taking, having at least one 30-minute break at a networking event. And then we do, in between the first and second day, that hors d'oeuvres with networking after that first night or all-day event. I think super important, because that's where the magic happens. It's like when people stay at the host hotel, how important that is. It might cost you a little bit more money, but I'll tell you what, most of the deals and the relationship building is done after the event or at lunch. Take someone, go to lunch. It might be the least money you've ever spent on anything and gotten the most, to buy somebody lunch.
I would agree with that 100%. I mean, the connection that you can make with someone face to face is incredible. And I think people have grown uncomfortable with that.
Well, it's like the good old days when the guys would go to the golf course and go golfing, and then they'd make their connections there. So in my day, I could have gone because I could shoot a 2-iron 200 yards. Although then when you beat them, they may not want to work with you.
Well, Cindy, don't worry. We can play captain's choice. I'll be your partner, and we won't beat anybody. Holly, are you also doing publishing right now for people who would like to be authors?
Yeah, I am. So I got into that just about a year ago or so. And I think it's really important to have a publisher name on your book. I mean, I don't take anybody's rights away. They still own all their rights. If they ever decide to take their book and go publish it somewhere else again, they can. But I think it's really important. And so I work with a lot of beginning authors. And that was after I did my book series, and Cindy's in that book series as well, called The Rules Books. So we have 110 authors that are part of that. And, it was to me, it just made me happy to see that many of them got #1 bestseller. And it just was a little launch and a ladder to something bigger for them.
Yes. Well, one of the things that you might want to consider, Miss Holly, is to figure out foreign rights, because that's the next level, is to get your book published in foreign countries, because they're really interested in what we're doing over here.
Yeah, it's been interesting that you say that, because a couple events I've been at recently, the speakers get up and they brag that their book's in 14 countries or whatever languages. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I barely can handle English right now.
We're going to just take a quick break right there. We'll be back in just a moment. In the next segment, we're going to hear more from Holly Porter. We're going to hear more about book publishing, as well as her prosperity event and some of the other fun things that she does. So do stick around. We'll be back in just a moment on the Imagine More Success radio show. How would your life change if you could develop the business and personal skills that you need in order to make more money? Do you want to learn how to achieve your big life goals faster? Then go to findhiddenmoney.com and get the Goal for It online course. The course teaches you how you can set and achieve your biggest goals while completely overcoming the roadblocks to your goals so that you can realize your dreams and imagine more success. Go to findhiddenmoney.com.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hyde's life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. Today, we're very fortunate to have Holly Porter with us. Holly, you have done some really great work helping people publish. You talked about helping kind of people who are just getting started as authors. How rewarding is it to see someone publish their first book?
Oh, it's amazing. And, once you've done it on your own, that joy and that feeling of accomplishment, because Cindy's done a ton as well. And so, there's so much, energy and just everything that all your passion, everything that goes into it. And so when it's finally done, gosh, but everyone should celebrate every win. I mean, if you're just in the middle of writing one, don't give up, keep it going and just map it out and figure it out how you can get it done and get some goals set for, accomplishment dates, and it'll happen. And it's such a good feeling on both ends, me and them. I know what they're feeling because I felt it, but I think I get just as excited for them.
Now, do you have an opportunity for someone to be in one of your upcoming books, Holly?
Yes. What I'm doing right now is a compilation for speakers, and that's what it's called, Sought After Speakers, Behind the Stage Stories. And I make it really easy because it's a question and answer. So somebody who's really busy, but they just want to up level or they want to put their name out there more as a speaker. The cool thing I do is give them a custom cover with their name on it. And then on the back is their photo and their bio. And right now I have a bonus too. If they take that action, then they can be chapter 1.
Ooh,
wow.
That's great.
It's a big deal because most people don't get past that chapter 3.
That's
when they read books.
That is true. That is very true. They're hard to get.
I reward action takers. So it's not as they sign up to be in it is what chapter they are. It's as they sign up when they complete turning in the stuff. That's how they go.
Perfect.
So, yeah. And I have each one of them, since they have their custom cover, can be their own chapter 1. So that's the bonus I can offer all of them if they take action. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. You must have a good content creator.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your book, when is your publish date?
The middle of October, just in time for our November event, because at the November event, we will be having book signings and a red carpet, because it's all about visibility at this event. So it'll give them that. We'll launch it October, right around the middle, and then have the books in hand for the November 1st event.
So for all you that want to be authors out there, you might want to consider connecting with Holly to find out more about being in her compilation book called Sought After Speakers, Behind the Stage Stories. And you can reach her at holly@hollyporter.com.
Holly, tell us a little bit also about your gift that you have for the listeners today. It's a really great gift that I've had a chance to experience myself.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's called Your Money Profiles, a shoe-in for money success. So inside, it's my shoe quiz that it's part of a couple other book series for men and women. And you take a quiz. If you were a shoe, what kind of shoe would you be? Just for something a little bit different of a personality test, or quiz, I should say. No one likes the word test. And then you just go in it, and it just helps you understand how you do with money based on that shoe style in mind.
Yeah, it really kind of helps you to identify what personality you have or what your personality is like, and then kind of teach you how your personality impacts your relationship with money. And it was fascinating. I really loved it, and it was spot on for me. It
Oh,
was
good.
hilarious. Yeah, and for everybody else that was there, it really worked really well.
Yeah. Well, glad to hear that.
So so Holly, when you're working with clients, what do you love to move them from, and what do you love to move them to?
Hmm. Well, depends where they're coming from, right? We all have
Hmm.
different stuff that we get stuck in. And I really customize the people I work with where they're at because even the event is personal and business development. And I don't feel like you can have one without the other. And so I combine, the energy and where they are and where they want to go. And then we just kind of work a plan that works for them because everyone at different times are in a different place. And really, my 8 means to close the gap to prosperity. That's really my core program where I work in those 8 things. It's like picture the infinity sign. Okay.
Hmm.
It's a sideways 8, right? So that's why we have 8 means to close the gap to prosperity. And I have 8 different categories that I help them through because it's like a link, the infinity sign. And if it's broken and there's a gap in it, then things can't flow and it can't continue to flow in an infinity, right? And so we work on those, we find where the gaps are, and I help them close the gap, and then they have prosperity.
Cool. So
That's
tell
beautiful.
tell us how they can get your second gift, which I think is a really great gift to offer, Holly, the money profile book.
Oh yeah, that's the one actually Thomas was talking about. The money profile book is the shoe into money success. So it's a full PDF of the whole book. And if they
Okay.
just text the number, do you want me to say the number?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
text how they can get it.
Yeah, so just text money, the word money, to 702-907-6723, and I will send you a PDF of that. And I need your email. Sorry, you got to text your email and money so I know which one you want. And then I'll shoot it over to you. And I would love to hear back. I usually tell people I'm willing to give it to you, but you have to at least message me back and tell me what shoe style you are. So that makes it fun.
That's
And
awesome.
if
So
you
yeah,
can on or off.
so
Well,
we
it's
want
a
to.
really fun quiz, so be sure to check that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very enlightening. So you want to check out Holly's Your Money Profile book. You want to text your email and the word money to 702-907-6723. Holly, in addition to your live events, you've been doing quite a lot of traveling recently. Tell us a little bit about why you've been traveling.
Hmm. You know what? Honestly, I'm doing for myself what I want to create for other people, just more visibility. I think it's important to be seen when you want to be out in the world and changing the world. For me, that's important. You've got to be visible so that people understand. If you're going to influence people, they need to know you're there, right? You're not a very good
Yes.
influencer if you're hiding behind your desk and you're not talking or having conversations or seeing anyone. And so I had the opportunity recently. I had a couple opportunities that came my way to go to London and speak, and I always wanted to do that. And I jumped over to Ireland while I was there because I'm going to have I want to say a writer's retreat, but I'm going to think of a lot cooler name for it. It's in process right now, but where people can come over there and not just write because it's such a magical place, but they can also create passive income. So maybe they already have a book and we'll pull out a program out of that for them. So we're going to
Mm.
be doing that next year. That'll be super cool. And then the other, I'm on the world tour for Think and Grow Rich Legacy. It's the first time they've done a world tour, and so I'm part of that right now. So that's been fun, but lots of travel with it. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
The Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
What the tour is?
Oh, okay. So we've got awesome people. Greg Reed, Sharon Lecter. Sharon Lecter actually wrote, I think it's like 26, 27 books, but she wrote all the Rich Dad books. Even though it's got Robert Kiyosaki's name on it, she wrote them all. So she was part of that, and she wrote the Think and Grow Rich for Women,
Wow.
which if you're a woman, haven't grabbed that, grab it. It's amazing. I just got it on Audible, and I've been just listening to it while I'm traveling, and it's amazing, all the different, success stories and stuff in there. So it's got high caliber people on the tour like that. There are core people that are on it every time, and then there are, and then they fill in with other speakers. I actually got the honor to be one of them in Sacramento. I spoke at the event. Usually I go as a facilitator. So we all did the Think and Grow Rich. I was the first class that graduated in the United States in May for the Academy for Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So there's about 50 of us, and there's about a core 15 to 25 that are on the tour. I've been on every one of them. We've done 5 cities so far, but they're planning on 12 countries next year. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I don't know how they're going to do it with the language barriers and all that. I don't know.
Oh, the magic of technology.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I don't know. But that's not my forte, and I don't have to worry about it. I just have to show up. But it's been a really good experience. It's just I added that on top of all the other things I already had planned for my own business this year, and I just thought, well, I'm going to just add to. I'm not cutting back anything I'm doing necessarily. Just and it fit. I teach prosperity and Think and Grow Rich. It's not about the get rich quick scheme. It's not about that. The 13 principles are amazing, and they're in total alignment with my business, and that's why I chose to, hitch my wagon to them.
So Holly, if you had one tip that you could share with the audience today that's listening on how they can have a better life with prosperity or with visibility, what would you tell them?
I think the biggest, how many you want?
Just one.
One. I gotta do 2. Connection and engagement. Because you can connect to all the people in the world, but if you don't engage with them, the connection was for nothing.
That's beautiful words from Holly Porter. We want you to stick around. We're going to come back in just a few moments. In our next segment, we're going to hear some more from Cindy, and we're going to learn a little bit more about how you can close your gap to prosperity in the next segment of the Imagine More Success radio show. And you want to check out Holly Porter, go to hollyporter.com. If you want to check out our courses, you can go to findhiddenmoney.com. Look forward to seeing you in just a moment.
I am Dr. Carl O'Helvey, founder, president of a new cancer foundation focusing on evidence-based physical, mental, and spiritual interventions, including natural cancer cures, prayer, meditation, affirmations, nutrition, and other related holistic cancer prevention and cure modalities. These are used in cancer education, research, and financing care. I ask for your help to continue this important work by donating at www.holisticcancerfoundation.com.
Little children aren't the only ones afraid of the dark. Millions of soldiers return from war zones with PTSD, anger, frustration, fear, and loneliness, much of which surfaces during the darkness of the night. You have the chance to change the lives of these American heroes. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us provides free MP3 players for these men and women. With a list of 3 million songs in 16 different styles, 100,000 audiobooks, and 30,000 old-time radio programs, every veteran can find something to soothe and comfort them at no cost. All our players contain an 8-hour audio program designed to help veterans fall asleep. With 1,500 plus vets now participating, it's our goal to deliver 10,000 audio players this year. Go to our website at songsandstoriesforsoldiers.us. Help us help a veteran make it through the night.
The ability to access the knowledge of the universe is much easier for us to access than we may believe. Brad Johnson, Conscious Matrix Communicator, is one of these unique individuals who is able to access a strong connection to the universal mind. Through his connection, Brad has assisted thousands of clients from all over the world through natural intuitive assistance. The intuitive information received is vast, covering a wide range of subjects. Brad's innate ability includes being able to access one's own universal matrix to help them realize their potential to create a life of profound greatness. One-on-one private sessions with Brad Johnson are available to anyone from around the world. Brad is also a proficiently trained psychic, Akashic Records reader, an online spiritual teacher, founder of his own unique and powerful healing system, Body Regeneration Healing, as well as a professional conscious channeler in communication with his own higher self-consciousness known as Adronis. For more information or to book a service appointment with Brad Johnson, visit his website at www.consciousmatrix.com. That's www.consciousmatrix.com.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We were very fortunate to have Holly Porter on today, and she was able to spend some time with us talking to us about how she helps people to close the gap to prosperity and helps them to become recession resistant. You can check her out at hollyporter.com. Cindy, what'd you think? Was that great to have her on or what?
You know, Holly's just one of those special people that you love to spend time with because she is always up. She's always positive. She's always looking for ways to help others. And she just has so many talents. You know, I just love people that are so talented because it's interesting to, you know, learn and uncover some of the things that you didn't know about them.
Yeah, I would agree. She's done so many, like I said, different parts of her business that help people in different ways. And, you know, she's got a great podcast as well, where she's got some really amazing guests who come on her show as well, called a Prosperity Profilers Podcast. And, you know, the thing that really sticks out for me with her work is that idea of becoming recession resistant, because I want to say that I was one of those people who I wasn't totally caught off guard by the big recession in 2008, but I was caught off guard a little bit. I remember reading this book called America's Bubble Economy, I think in 2006. And I talked to one of my friends about it, and he was like, that just doesn't even make sense. He's like, I'll read the book, but
Yeah.
sure enough, boy, they were pretty spot on.
I was really lucky because I had a spa for 10 years and my landlord wanted to pay for the build out to double my space. And I was so excited. I was writing my business plan and planning on all these cool things. And then after I finished the plan, I told my husband, I said, honey, I don't think it's time to expand. I think it's time to sell, because I had to sign another 5-year lease for a lot of money. And as soon as I sold the spa, it was like, you know, 30, 60 days later, I had it sold. 3 businesses in my shopping center went out of business, and 2 of them were majors.
Wow. I mean, that's the story that, you know, a lot of people have heard. And, you know, one of my good friends, actually, he was in retirement already, and he retired very early, very young. And when 2008 came along, he was kind of shaking his head. We were talking about it, and his wife came in, and she was saying, she's like, I really don't know what we're going to do. She said, I don't even know what this means for us. And I remember him looking at his wife saying, honey, this means we're going to be building character.
Lots of character, yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of character. And you know what, of course, you know, he was a successful person prior to that. And he obviously took a very unique look at the recession, was able to actually utilize it for his benefit, and really came out of it better off than he went into it. So, you know, really very fortunate for him. And that little quote just always sticks with me. So,
And it sounds like his character was built.
yeah, it was definitely character. It was character building for everybody. And, you know, it's really funny how there's also this kind of mass think that goes on as well when it comes to prosperity, where it seems like people are always on the kind of the same bandwagon together. Isn't it funny? Like when the economy is quote unquote down, or we're seeing everything about it being down, everyone's talking about it being down, but then there's usually that 5% of the people who are doing the opposite. They're actually thriving when everything's down.
Well, that's kind of what Warren Buffett did. I think they call it his Big Seven or his Special Seven stocks that he owned that really made him so much money in the early days of the second richest man in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's still his status, but he had 7 different companies. And if I remember right, one was Fannie Mae, and one was, I'll bet he owns some Microsoft stock now for sure, huh?
I would think.
And I think Coca-Cola and newspapers and uniform companies. So he went after companies that were kind of recession proof. Because, they always need newspapers, even with, what we have now, people still buy them. And they always need uniforms and candy, and Coca-Cola's here to stay. And so he was pretty smart back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, and still is. And, someone that so many people look up to when it comes to investment advice. And this is the thing. Your path to prosperity may not be the same one that Warren Buffett has taken. And what's important to Warren Buffett may not be important to you. But if it is, then you can get into alignment with him, and you can pattern your life after what he's done. And that's the thing, right? Success leaves clues. And if you're trying to make yourself recession proof, the number one skill to have in order to be recession proof is to be resourceful. Because while there may be issues with resources, if you have unlimited resourcefulness, you will always find a way to prosperity. You'll always find your own path to prosperity.
Yes. And so what I'd like to continue on with, Thomas, is talking about how we can reduce some stress in our lives, especially when you're not making the money that you need to be, or if you've made so much you don't know what to do with all of it.
Tell us about that, please.
Yes. So there are so many different things you can do to reduce your stress besides, of course, the mental vacation. And so all you have to do is figure out what your buttons are that you can push to help you with your stress reduction. And sometimes it just involves going out barefooted in your backyard and putting your feet in the grass and just connecting to earth again. And they say that is a really important thing to do, to be grounded when a lot of us are in our heads a lot of the time, right?
Yeah, that's something that I do. I mean, that sounds funny, but yeah, actually spend time grounding as well, feet on Mother Earth. So then there's that exchange of electrons, and it is amazing how quickly you can get rid of stress just by doing that one simple small act. It's really incredible.
Well, and they say things like your senses, if you can tune in your senses to maybe smell some lavender. I have a lavender plant in my front yard, and every time I cut the corner too close into the driveway, I catch a couple of strands, and I smell lavender all the way into the house. And I think it's subconscious. I'm hitting that plant because I know I need a dose of lavender.
Cutting that corner a little bit short, are you?
I am. Lost the hubcap and everything. No, I'm kidding. Not on that particular corner. But anyway, so that's one of the things I do, probably subconsciously. But the other thing is music. Now, if I put on certain music in the car, I embarrass myself. I need to get those blackout windows, I think.
Do you dance around in the car and like...
I hate to admit it, but when I had
people?
I had a really, really stressful job that, I had a maniacal boss, and, even though he was the vice president, he thought he was everything from the janitor to the vice president. And anyway, I mean, I was doing a fabulous job, but he just drove me crazy with all his stress he carried around to everybody. So when I left the various locations I was working in, I'd pop the CD in of this really high vibe music, and I'd just be kind of moving in the car and letting all that stress go. I'm like, how do people live like that? But My point is, you need to find what is your trigger to release that stress, smell the lavender, listen to whatever your favorite group is, maybe some Bohemian Rhapsody.
Let me tell you something that I heard. This was maybe 3 months ago or so. I was looking for a recording on YouTube of Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy, and I wanted to hear a piano version of it, and I found this version. Now, anybody that looks this up on YouTube, you're going to laugh because you're going to think that I chose this version because the lady playing it's gorgeous. Well, she just happens to be gorgeous, but her name is Katya Bunyatishvili. I think I may be mispronouncing that. Katya Bunyatishvili. She's from Georgia, from USSR, former Soviet Republic, and she played Clair de Lune, which is a piece I've heard a million times, in the most unique way I've ever heard it played. She took it so slowly and so thoughtfully, and the passages that were supposed to be delicate, they were more delicate than I had ever heard them. And there was like this beautiful lyricism of some of the lines that she played. And if you want to talk about stress relief, that was it. I've played that maybe 25 times. And at least half of those times I've been playing that for someone else to listen to it.
Now, for me
That's
to listen
incredible.
to that, I'd have to have a really comfortable chair and a big glass of Pinot Noir.
Well, I think you can work that out.
See, I'd have to have some Bruno Mars, some Uptown Funk
Yeah,
to get over my
helps too.
stress.
That helps too. Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Now, I might have to have our producer's favorite. I might have to have some Jack with that.
Rob, this Jack Daniels for you. We're gonna make
Yep.
sure. I don't know. He might need that after he has to put up with us some days. We don't know.
I know.
Yeah, that may happen. That may happen.
He has that trigger finger right on the drop them off button.
It's like his fingers hovering over the mute button. Well, we want to thank you again today for joining us. We were really happy to have Holly Porter on. If you want to have a chance to connect with her so you can learn how to make yourself recession proof, you can go to hollyporter.com and connect with her there. She does have an amazing gift for you today as well. If you want to download the gift that she has for you, I would definitely recommend that as well. And you do want to check out our courses at findhiddenmoney.com, where you can develop the skill sets that you need in order to increase both your top and bottom line and to find more happiness and joy in your business and in your personal life. And to go back and listen to some of the older episodes of the Imagine More Success radio show, feel free to check us out at imaginemoresuccess.net, where we have an archive of the older shows with some really valuable information, as well as free gifts in every single episode, so that you can gain some really great feedback as well as entertainment and gifts just for you for listening. So look forward to seeing you again. So remember to realize your dreams and imagine more success.
If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie, natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Linnea Starr began to demonstrate a metaphysical connection to the spirit world as a little girl. Her family noticed the connection, but it was a great-grandmother who told the family that Linnea was indeed gifted. The great-grandmother, who was also gifted, felt that Linnea had indeed inherited these attributes. It has been noticed that oftentimes such things are passed down through the generations. Linnea was also born with a caul, a thin white membrane across a newborn's face. Legend has it that if the baby is born with this caul, the child will have second sight, or what we call psychic abilities. Linnea Starr does past, present, and future, and has the gift of prophecy. It is written within scriptures that if you are able to give factual information and prophecies indeed come true, the gift in TAR.com.